Hey there, it's Will here from All Things Valley Walter. So I thought I'd just do this video because I get asked this quite a lot, and I did sort of promise it in one of my comments. So it's how do I get free stuff from Amazon? So I should probably clarify, I don't really get free stuff from Amazon directly. I get free stuff sent to me or greatly reduced stuff sent to me from sellers on Amazon. So I'll just firstly explain how this works. So um, anybody can sell stuff on Amazon as long as you have an Amazon seller account. So the way this works is that people would usually buy stuff from Alibaba or some Chinese website because that's where it's cheapest, and then they get it shipped to them, and then they ship it to Amazon, and then Amazon dispatch it. Um, Now you can dispatch stuff yourself, but usually, there's like a ratio of like 8 to 1 or something out there, where if you allow Amazon to ship it for you, people are 8 times more likely to buy it, because it comes directly from Amazon. So usually it's called FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. So um, usually sellers would ship their stuff to an Amazon warehouse. Like our sort of closest one is like in Fife, I think it is, or somewhere like that there in Scotland. So if you order something off Amazon, it comes from Scotland, comes across the water to us. But what that stuff's coming from is people who have probably bought that from China, shipped it there, and then added on whatever they need to break even, plus whatever their profit margin is, 5-6%. Um, However, one of the problems sellers have if they're introducing a new product, or if they're trying to get something, is that Amazon ranks your product on their site against reviews. Um, so if they introduce a new product and there's no reviews on it, versus a product which is identical, which has say 50 reviews, then their product is going to be sort of 3 or 4 pages back, and the majority of people don't really scroll through pages to find the same product for probably the same price. So what ends up happening is that these sellers then contact people like me to honestly review their product, um, post the review, and then by people like me posting the reviews, if it's a decent product, then it moves up the Amazon sort of search rankings, and they can get onto the first or second page, and then therefore generate more sales. So that's sort of the premise of how it works. So there is an Amazon Vine program, which is Amazon send you the stuff directly, but most of the stuff comes from sellers who sell on Amazon, so it's sort of third party. So um, that being sort of put to bed, then we'll sort of go through some of the things you need for Amazon first. So to do this, so the first thing you'll need is obviously an Amazon account. So you'll need to register for Amazon. You'll also need Amazon Prime. So you'll see that this here account here is a Prime account. So you can see up on the right hand side it says Prime. Now you can sign up for Prime, and it's £7.99 per month. So what that gets you is it gets you access to Amazon Prime videos, which is very, very good if you don't have it. It also gets you access to unlimited 1 day deliveries, which is the important thing, because most of the sellers who sell, the benefit of them dispatching the item from Amazon is that if you do that, then Amazon give you 1 day delivery as part of the Prime program. So no matter where you are, if you order an item by sort of 1 or 2 o'clock the day before, as long as it's not past the cut-off point, then you're sort of guaranteed the fact that the item's going to arrive the next day, which is really, really good for us, because that we sort of 20-mile stretch of water for us to Scotland and England seems to be like some sort of like space travel, to get packages delivered. So it is really good for that. So, and if you don't have that and you're shopping on Amazon, if you order something for sort of £5 or £6, you're going to get charged £4 per item delivery, £3.99 delivery. So I mean, if you order 2 items a month as standard off Amazon, it's paid for your Prime membership. Plus, as I said before, there is a lot of good stuff. Like there's Amazon videos, Prime videos, there's audiobooks. There's sort of quite a lot of stuff on it, ebooks as well. So it is worth the £8, but for the purposes of what we're talking about, it is essential for sort of getting the stuff from the sellers, because most of them dispatch it that way. So So that's one of the things. You'll need an Amazon account. You'll need to be Amazon Prime registered. You'll need an email account. Obviously, if you're registering from Amazon, you'll need the email account. And it's not essential, but one of the things helps is if you're already registered with Amazon, you have some sort of an order history. So for instance, if I click on my orders and log in here, I've been an Amazon customer, or I've been registered on Amazon for since 2007. So it's not essential, but it really does help speed up your progress. So the very first item I ordered was on the 20th of November in 2007, and it was a £405 camera, and sort of things like that there. So that does help. It's not essential, but it does help, and we'll just get into that. Okay, so what do you need to do then to start getting free stuff from sellers on Amazon? So the first thing you need to do is work on your Amazon seller rank. Okay, now quite a lot of you may not be aware that you have an Amazon rank. An Amazon reviewer rank, I should say. So to find your current rank, what you can do is click on here. So when you're logged in, you click over here and it says Will's Amazon or whatever your name is, and then it gives you your profile. Okay, so if I click on my profile here, one of the first things you should do if you want to get into this is set up an About Me profile. So if I click down here, I have an About Me, which is a brief description of who I am and what I'm into type of thing. It may seem quite trivial, but this here is actually used by sellers quite a lot to determine the type of items they're going to send you. So it doesn't really matter if it's accurate, to be honest. Tick as many boxes as you can in that without it sounding sort of like an advertisement. It'll display your email address. It'll display your milestones. So for instance, top 500. So it also displays this here, which is very important. This is your reviewer rank. So you can see here that my review rank in the UK, which is the Amazon.uk, so I am currently ranked 302 out of everybody who has an Amazon account in the UK, which I really only started at the start of the year. So I set a goal in January that I wanted my review rank to be in 1000 by the end of the year. So I was able to hit that by sort of June time. So I sort of overshot the mark a bit, but which is really good. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. So one of the things you need to pay attention is to this review rank. It is very, very important. Okay, so the next thing you need to do then is go into your order history, and if you've ordered any products on Amazon, which I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, it's going to be more difficult. So you need to go through your whole order history and start to go into your items and leave proper reviews. And when I say proper reviews, I'm talking if you still have the item, you need to start taking pictures of the item. You need to leave a proper in-depth review with at least sort of 200 or 300 words of how you feel about the item. You need to include things like what was the postage like when it arrived, what was the packaging like, and then a really detailed description of what you felt about the product. What were you happy with it? Overall, I was happy with this product. Okay, so it needs to be as detailed as possible. Pictures, there's a sort of saying, a picture paints 1,000 words, and that's true because there's quite a lot of statistics out there about how much more likely people are to click on your review if you've left images, and then on top of that, if you've left a video review, people are more likely by a factor of say 4 or 5 to click on your video than they are the images. So videos and images are very, very important to this here, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to garner helpful votes. And if I go back up here and I click on my profile, what you'll see also in my profile as well as my rank is this here thing here at the very top underneath my name is helpful votes, and at the minute I have 67 helpful votes, and that is for the reviews I've left. 1,267 people have found what I've said helpful, and that is what directly affects this figure here. Now there's also a bit that isn't shown here, and that is how many people found it unhelpful, because whenever you go to leave if you leave a review, you have the option to tick on the helpful or unhelpful votes, and that's also sort of something I'm not really going to get into that. If you need it, you can send me an email to this here email address, and I can clarify it further. But for today's review, we're just going to go through the basics of how to get started. So as I said there, you need to go into your reviews and you need to start leaving proper detailed reviews. So for instance, if I pick say 2014, and say pick an item, it doesn't need to be totally accurate reviews. Actually, sorry, I've done that wrong. I should do it the other way. So for instance, if I pick this colour and click write a review, so you'll see that here is the review I wrote for this colour like 4 years ago. So it's not a massive review, there's no pictures in this here, but it's a pretty detailed review. It gives my honest opinion on the item, which is the most important thing, because you need to have a bit of integrity when you're leaving reviews, because if you don't, I think then your opinion is wishy-washy, and people start leaving you negative reviews just because they don't really believe you, to be quite honest. So this one here doesn't have any pictures just because it's installed on my computer and I couldn't be bothered, so I just left this review. So you need to go back to them, and if you have the item handy, leave a review, because it will garner you more helpful votes. Okay, so once you've done that, then you've left reviews, you will start to see then your reviewer rank increasing. As well as that there, then once your reviewer rank starts to increase, if you click down on see more, once you see it starting now to increase, there are some websites, and I'll link them below, but here's an example of a website. This one here is called Vipon.com. Okay, so you register for this website, and there's instant deals which are totally separate from your reviewer rank. There's some websites that are, sellers base your reviewer rank on what they'll give you. This one here isn't. So what I would suggest is registering for these sort of sites that have a non sort of rank basis for them, and click on it. So once you register, it says instant deal, so select the country you're in, leave it in all products, and change this here to lowest price first, and hit refresh. Okay, and it'll bring up the lowest priced items on the site. So if you want to get items cheap that are popular, because usually the items that are in here are the sort of categories that are popular at the minute, so pick items that are cheap. You may not necessarily want them, but try and pick ones that you may be able to use or else sell on, and then once you have them, order the items and then review it in detail. Okay, and then what that does is that there then sort of starts to get you a reputation. As your review rank increases, it gets your reputation. So your goal first of all is to get into the top 1000. So you're wanting to do enough reviews of like pretty much crappy products, and one of the crappy products that sort of helps is quite a lot of sellers give away screen protectors for free. So you review them, do a video review on them, which is most popular. And the more of them you do, then it will increase your review rank until hopefully you get enough helpful votes to get into the top 1000. So once you're in the top 1000, if you're a seller on eBay, or sorry, on Amazon, you can access a list of the top 1000 sellers. So for instance, what happens then is, a seller clicks on their seller account, and it then sends an email if they're advertising a product to the top 1000 sellers. Now they maybe only have 10 products, and they send that out to say 500 people. So then it's important, then this is when your review rank comes in. Very important, because the higher your rank, the more likely you are to get the product. Okay, so just out of sort of talk's sake here, I'll just show you the process. So I'll scroll down here and see if there's any products for a reasonable price that I sort of might want. So you can see here the screen protectors. I'm not really interested of a million screen protectors. Refrigerator thermometer, not really. I'm only being picky here, by the way, because I've reached the stage now where I don't really need to take all the products I get offered, enough of them on a daily basis via email. So now it's obviously seasonal here, so because it's coming up to Halloween, there's quite a lot of them coming up in the show, but we'll just pick one here that I think is okay. So for instance, here's one here. This here is a USB endoscope inspection camera. So this here plugs into your USB socket, and it can actually flip open, and it can plug into your phone. It's a 5 megapixel. It is 5 meters long, and it is usually $14.99 if you order it off Amazon, but on this website they're offering it as an offer for £2.25. So if we click on instant deal here, it throws up this code. Okay, so we copy the code, we click here, go to Amazon. It takes us to our Amazon account as long as we're logged in. And you can actually see now it's up to $16.99. So what we do is we click add the basket, we click proceed to checkout, and then when we get to the checkout here, we have the standard price of $16.99, but we also have this thing in payment method. You've maybe not noticed this before if you've never done it, but it has this box here to say add gift card or promotional code. So we click in there and paste that code that we copied in and click apply. And what you'll see is then that it dropped our order price down from $16.99. It applied a promotion of £14.44, and we're now left with £2.55. Sorry. So we click buy now. Okay, and we've just bought that item for £2.55 instead of $16.99. So if you click on our orders, it's there just like a standard order. The item price here is $16.99. It says order price total £2.55. So we just got a confirmation there. So that when it arrives, then I can review it, and that is another item then that people can like and give me a helpful vote for, and then help me. So for instance, there's quite a lot of products. This website's very, very good, but you can scroll through them. Some of them are dear. So for instance, what I can do is this is the cheapest end of the scale, but depending on your budget, you can click highest first, and we can see what the sort of higher end of the market is here. So for instance, we'll just scroll down to see. So here is a stroller, for instance. So it's 49% off. So it's usually twice that price. So you're getting it for half price. There's all sorts. So there's quite a lot of drones on it. There's a trail camera. There's OBD car readers. There's millions of stuff here depending on your budget. So you can get something, but I would suggest that you start off on the lower end of the market, because you're really at the start not looking for the quality of items you're getting. You're just looking to increase the amount of reviews you have in your account. In turn, then that is going to increase your review rank. So so pretty much what we're looking for is the lowest first and then refresh. It may not be what you want for the first couple of months, but what it is it's cheap. It's something really cheap, and the other websites will have free stuff as well, which I'll link in the description box below. So okay, so once you start doing that there, then you start leaving quality reviews, video reviews. Now you don't need to have, like, I have a little sort of stand set up, and it sort of has like a crafting map, but you can do it anything. It doesn't matter. It can be like a 10-second video, but as long as it is a video or images work really well too, because people click on images first. Okay, so once you've done this here for a while and your reviewer rank has increased and you're, say, within the top 1,000, then you'll start getting emails. So we'll just click on the my email account here. So now I've deleted quite a lot of them here, just because once I usually order the item and review it, I delete it, but we'll just pick a random item. So here is a random item, just a random email that comes in, and I get probably about 4 to 5 of these every day. Some days I get 10, some days I get maybe 1 or 2, but this is a standard one that says, Dear Sir or Madam, thank you for your time. We are a company that sells products on Amazon platform. We have obtained your address from the website. This letter is to write to inquire, blah blah. Are you willing to help us review our products? If possible, that'd be great. Blah blah blah. Short video. Okay, and then they give you a product link. So if I click on this, this here specific one is a drinks holder for a baby stroller or a buggy, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so it's a random product. It's £7. Do I want that for free? Well, I mean, why not? It's free. But if we just go back here, we'll try and pick a different item. Okay, so here's let me see, what was today's? So today's item was a headphone stand, which I already have, so I wasn't interested in. Quite a lot of these here I don't bother responding to now. At the start I did, because it was really good for helping me increase my rank. So for instance, here was one that came through. So this here is a, what is this for? It's an aroma diffuser. So this one here is like an aroma diffuser. There's no active link on it, which is a bit crap. So that's partly why I didn't respond to them. But So here's a random one here for like a waist trainer, which obviously I wasn't interested in. Yeah, so I've deleted most of them now, but you can sort of see. Here's another example. For instance, this is somebody asking if I wanted to review a projector. Well, sorry, they sent me the projector, asked if I wanted to review it. Here's one here. Dear friend, how are you? I'm Betty. We are Vatos brand owner. We're a sales channel on Amazon. We want to promote our brand, blah blah blah, by video review. We need your help. Would you be willing to help? So here is the car link. So here we are. So this is the car that they're asking me to review, do a video review on. And you can see it's sort of like £140 car. So I haven't responded to them just because they come through quite fast and I don't get a chance to read them all. So yeah, so that, that's pretty much it, and it's an ongoing process. So what you need to pay close attention to is your reviewer rank. So you need to review any items in your history, and then you need to keep a very close eye on your reviewer rank and stick out the slog, because at the start it'll be crappy items that you don't want, but that's not where you're at. That's the beginning. You need to think about the end game. You need to think about the drone. So for instance, if I click on my orders here, if I just search, for instance, drone, which is one of the things that I've sort of tried to specialize in, which you can after a while. So for instance, if I search drone, you can see sort of my order history for drones. And these are all based off reviews. I done a review on a drone, and then other sellers seen these. So what you'll see is the fact that these drones are quite similar in profile. So people have seen that I've done in-depth, detailed reviews on drones, and then they've sent me ones because they want to get themselves up the ranking. So that's pretty much it. I hope this helped, and it's really just to tell you that anybody can do this here. I'll link a couple of websites below which I think are worthwhile and being able to get the sort of cheap or free items that can help you boost your reviewer rank, which is your number one goal, is to try and get ranked within 1,000, the top 1,000. Now bear in mind there's about, I don't know, 1 million people who use Amazon, so when you start off you're probably going to be somewhere, if you leave one review you're probably going to be somewhere about the sort of 50,000 mark, and then you'll find that the more you leave, you'll rapidly start dropping down the ranks, and then once you get into the top, maybe say 5,000, it becomes a bit harder, but you can get there. I mean, I got from sort of whatever rank I was, I don't know 10,000, down into the top 300 in about 7 months, so it's not totally out of the question. So I hope this helped sort of clarify things for anybody. If you have any further questions, just send me an email. I'll just put this on the screen so that you can know where to send it to, or stick it on the All Things Ballywalter page, but there's my email address if you're looking for me. So if you want any more clarification, it's welldonbar2010@gmail.com, and I really hope this helped, and it's something that I would like to share because I think everybody could benefit from this here. It's free. You can also add an Amazon Associates account, which is a total other video, which means then you can earn money from items that are bought from your reviews, but we'll not get into that in a minute. We'll just stick to the whole reviewing things. And then obviously as your review rank increases, sellers see your high quality reviews and they think that can benefit their products, and then also as well as this top 500. So once you get in the top 1,000, underneath all your reviews and underneath your profile, you have this top 500 or top 1,000 reviewer. If you get in the top 500, you get the top 500, and also what that means is it accelerates the growth of your helpful votes, because it means then the top 1,000 and then top 500 guys, their reviews get sort of pinned to the top of the list, because Amazon values your opinion more because you're a top 500 or top 1,000 reviewer. So it does help to try and push that. So it's a bit of a sort of snowball effect. But yeah, my goal now, for instance, is to try and get into the top 200 by the end of the year, because the higher up you go, then it starts to get harder because there's more people jostling for position. So it is getting harder, but the top 1,000 was relatively easy. And as soon as I made top 1,000, I did find that the offers were coming in a lot faster. So yeah, if you've any questions, drop me a wee email, or you know, catch up with me on Facebook, whatever. But I hope this helped, and thanks for tuning in. So thanks again.